Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Veronica, but around here I'm also called Data Geek is my name. If you are new here, welcome. Please subscribe. So let me ask you, have you ever downloaded MySQL and completely got lost? Well, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to show you how to download MySQL Server for free on your computer. Step by step, the easy way with no confusion. If you're not sure what MySQL Server is, it is one of the most popular database systems in the world. It's used in businesses, websites, and even in tools like Power BI and Python projects. And the best part of it is you can download it for free 100%. So let's get started. So go to dv.mysql.com/downloads. Choose MySQL Community Server. This is the free version for developers and students. Next, click on Download for your operating system, Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. I'm using Windows, so for Windows users, select Windows. Then it will show you a list. Here we download the x86 64-bit MSI installer. Click Download. You'll see a page asking you to log in or sign up for a free Oracle account. You can skip that by simply clicking on No Thanks, Just Start My Download. That's all you need to get the installer file. Alright, so once it's downloaded, click on the file. Click on Next. Accept the terms. Next. Next, you will choose a setup type. Choose Custom. This allows users to choose which program features will be installed and where they will be installed. This will be recommended for advanced users, so Custom. Now we're at the Custom Setup screen. This lets you choose which parts of MySQL you want to install. You'll see options like MySQL Server, Client Programs, and Development Components. These are all safe to leave checked. The MySQL Server is the main engine that stores and manages your data. The client programs and development components include useful tools and libraries you'll need later for connecting with Python or Power BI. So I recommend leaving everything as is and just click Next to continue. Now we can go ahead and install. And click Finish. Now it says Welcome to MySQL Server Configurator. So we will go ahead and continue with the process and click Next. Data Dictionary. This is where your MySQL Server is stored. In my case, I will leave it as is and click Next. Now we're on the Type and Networking page. This step just tells MySQL how it should be configured on your computer. Under Configure Type, where it says Development Computer, leave it as is because it's perfect for beginners and light database work. Make sure your TCP/IP is checked. That allows MySQL to communicate with other applications like Python or Power BI. You can leave the port number to 3306. That's the default for MySQL port. Also, make sure to keep this checked, Open Windows firewall ports for network access, so your system allows MySQL to connect properly. So don't change anything else here, just click Next. Now you're on the Accounts and Roles page. So this is a very important step. Setting up our MySQL root account password. The root user is like the administrator for MySQL. It has full control over all databases and permissions. So right here in this section, you'll need to create a strong password for the root account. Make sure to write this password down somewhere safe because you'll need it later when connecting MySQL to Python or Power BI or any other tool. You can skip adding extra users if you like, or if you want to add a user, just click Add User, but you can skip it for now. Once that's done, click Next. Now we're on the Windows Service screen. This section tells MySQL how it will run on your computer. So the first option is Configuration MySQL Server as a Windows service, means that MySQL will start automatically when your computer runs on. You should leave this checked so you don't have to start the server manually each time. Now this Windows service name, this just gives your MySQL service a name. You can leave it as is, or you can change it to something short like this one here. Next, keep this checked the Start MySQL Server at System Setup. That's the default setting. And finally, choose Standard System Account. Leave that one checked. Also, it's recommended for almost everyone. The custom user option is for advanced users who need extra control, but if you're a beginner, just stick to the standard option and click Next. MySQL is asking how you want to manage access to its data folders. This just controls who can modify or view the database files stored on your computer. I'm recommending the first option, selected Yes, grant full access. This means MySQL will automatically handle the correct permissions for you, keeping things secure while still working smoothly. So go ahead and click Next. Now on this page here, the installer asks rather to create sample databases. These are demo databases. These are helpful if you want to practice data, but not required for most projects. If you don't need demo data, leave both boxes unchecked to keep the install lean. Notice the data dictionary at the bottom of the screen where it says Data Dictionary C Program. That's where MySQL stores the server files and databases. If you want a custom location, go back to Data Dictionary. Otherwise, click Next to continue. Now we've reached the Apply Configuration page. This is where MySQL sets everything up behind the scenes. Things like writing the configuration file, updating the Windows firewall rules, starting the server, and applying your security settings. All you have to do here is click Execute. MySQL will automatically go through each step one by one. Once you see all green checks, that means your MySQL server is successfully installed and running on your computer. The configuration for MySQL Server 9.5.0 was successful. Click Next to continue. Now the configuration process has been completed. You'll see a button here, Copy Log to Clipboard. This lets you copy a detailed log of everything MySQL just did during setup. It's manually useful if you ever run into an error or want to share the setup details for troubleshooting. For most users, you don't need to do anything here. Just click Finish to complete the installation. Now that MySQL is installed, let's open it up in Windows. On Windows, you're going to go to your search bar, so click on your Windows icon and search for MySQL. And only see the MySQL 9.5 configuration. Don't worry. That just means that only the server was installed. To open MySQL and start working with it, we'll need to install MySQL Workbench, which is a visual tool for running MySQL commands and managing databases. So we will go to the website here. So you will go to dev.mysql.com/downloads/workbench. So this is the page you'll need to be at. And now you can install it the safe way we did for MySQL Server. Again, you select your operating system, in this case Windows, and we're going to do the Windows 86 64-bit MSI installer. Go ahead and download that. And again, we'll put no thanks, just starting my download. The download is now in process. Open up that file. And it's installing. We will click Next. Here's the destination folder. I'm going to keep it as is. Click Next. Leave that to complete and install. Think of MySQL Server as the engine of a car. It does all the work under the hood, right? And MySQL Workbench is your dashboard. It's how you control and interact with that engine. So just to clear things up, the MySQL Server we installed earlier is what actually runs your database. It's like an engine that powers everything, but it works in the background. MySQL Workbench, on the other hand, is the tool we use to connect to the server. It gives you a nice visual interface where you can write SQL queries, view tables, and manage your database without using commands. So again, MySQL Server equals the engine, the brain, and the MySQL Workbench is the dashboard. Server runs in the background. Workbench lets you manage it visually. Click Finish. Now we have our workbench all created for us. And this is it. MySQL Workbench is now open and ready to use. This is your main dashboard right here under MySQL Connections. You'll see your local database server. In my case, it says local instance MySQL 95. That's MySQL server we just installed earlier. To connect, just click on it and enter your password. You can save password and click OK. It gives a warning, go ahead and continue anyway. Once you're connected, you're able to run MySQL queries, create databases, and start working with real data. And that is it. You officially installed MySQL Server on MySQL Workbench on your computer. In this video, we went step by step through the full setup process from downloading MySQL, configuring it, and opening it for a very first time inside Workbench. In the next video, we're going to take the next big steps. I'll show you exactly how to create your first database, set up tables, and start writing SQL commands to manage your data. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Thank you for your support, and I will see you on the next video.